Hey guys, how's it going? I know what you're probably thinking. Where is Jayden? He's way cooler than you. Well, even though you were correct, and I am slightly hurt that you think that, I regret to inform you that Jayden is dead. Just kidding. Jayden is actually traveling for spring break right now, and also he literally just a couple of minutes ago texted me that he left his laptop. So, pretty much that means we are not going to be able to record for another 2 weeks because he has this week off for spring break and I have the week after that off. So that'll be a fun thing to work around. Anyways, so in light of that information, I thought I'd throw together this video just as something fun for the very, very few people who do actually care about this channel uploading. Anyways, in case you guys hadn't noticed, solo gameplay in Fortnite is low-key boring unless you're like super good at the game, which I am not. So, I thought I would try a little bit of a storytelling session. This is probably going to be a much shorter video anyways because it's sort of just an experiment, but I do hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so the story begins like this. Me and Jayden both live in the same area, so naturally when a big storm hits, we both notice it. With that being said, a few months back, right around the start of this semester, a big snowstorm hit our area that actually lasted way longer than anyone thought it would. And in a town where snow practically never happens, that means that back roads take astonishingly long to be cleared. So that pretty much meant that we were stuck on campus for the foreseeable future, which it ended up lasting about a week. Jayden and I don't actually go to the same college, so we couldn't actually meet up in person for that whole week because, you know, the roads were snowed and iced over, which is like, whatever, because school was sort of still going on, and we were getting tons of online lectures still assigned to us, which sucked. But towards the end of the week, the roads around campus were finally clearing up. It was still below freezing outside, but most of the roads had been cleared. So Jayden and I talked about meeting up in person because we hadn't hung out in a while, so we did. Originally, we were just going to meet up at Raising Cane's for dinner, but the parking lot where Jayden's car was actually still snowed in, so I went to his campus to pick him up because he didn't want to, clean off his car, which I get because, I had to clean off mine and it was a massive pain. That was the plan. Everything was going fine, or at least it was until I was about 2 minutes away from his campus. For whatever reason, Google Maps had me taking a back road to his school that made me drive past a brewery. And outside of that brewery was a semi that was blocking off about 2/3 of the road, so I sort of had to squeeze past him to get to campus. But even before I got to that semi, Google Maps had me trying to turn into a bridge that ended up being blocked off by a cop, which I was confused about in the first place, so I just turned to the next road down. It wasn't a big deal. But it is kind of caveat, this is important to the story that you remember this part, because just remember, there was a cop blocking off the bridge. So anyways, I drive to his campus. It was still significantly more frozen and snowed over than mine was, but I drove slowly. I got to his dorm. He introduced me to some of his roommates, and, I played his roommate's guitar because, as you guys know the saying, monkey see guitar, monkey play guitar. But anyways, then we were off to Cane's. We enjoyed the heavenly experience that it always is getting chicken fingers from Raising Cane's. And then we went back to my college. We hung out at my dorm for a while, watched some hockey, go Pens. And then I drove him back to his campus. Now, on the way back to his campus, we were blasting Metallica, obviously. And as we were getting closer, things were fine, it was whatever. Then, once again, Google Maps rerouted me to that same bridge where that cop was. Shouldn't have been a problem, right? Well, the thing is, this time, as it was much later at night, there was no cop blocking off the bridge. And I did not think twice about the fact that there was miraculously no cop there, because it was just in the back of my mind. It had been several hours since I last saw it. So, I turned into the space where the cop had previously been sitting, and what I discovered was, after driving for, probably a few hundred feet, it went from a flat road to a downhill slope. And this downhill slope was still essentially completely iced over. For those of you who don't know, here's some basic math. Ice plus downhill slope equals no traction, and no traction plus car equals bad. So, for about a split second, I thought to myself, shit. Jade initially thought that I was just messing around, maybe, trying to drift the car as a joke. I wasn't. So, in the heat of the moment, I thought back to a lesson my wonderful father had taught me when I was but a boy. It was like a year and a half ago. Anyways, here's my paraphrased version of what he said. Ice equals slippery, snow equals less slippery than ice. And what I saw in front of me was, first of all, death. Second of all, a fence that would gladly accept me crashing into it full speed, sliding downhill. Probably, hurting painfully. Thirdly, I saw death. Fourthly, there was a ditch to the right side of me, which, crashing into would have led to death. And last but not least, there was a small track of snow on the ground that was just wide enough for my right tire to go into without putting me into the ditch. So, using my gigabrain power, I slowly eased the steering wheel to the right, placed my right tire into the snow, and it gave me enough friction to cause the car to come to a complete stop. Then, and only then, after some very, 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 very mild panicking, I put the car back on course to Jayden's campus. You may find yourself wondering, what exactly is the moral of the story? Well, there are two answers. There are three answers. First of all, your parents usually know what they're talking about from experience. so pay attention to what they say. Second of all, ice is more slippery than you think, and your ABS will not stop your car from sliding on ice, especially on a downhill slope. Third of all, even if some back roads are clear, it does not mean that all back roads are clear. Anyways, if you've listened to that entire story, you probably now either think, man, this cam guy is stupid, or man, this cam guy isn't as stupid as I thought. Spoiler alert, the correct answer is the first one. Anyways, that has been story time with Cam. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I, along with Jayden, can't wait to see you guys in the next one. We'll try to figure out what we're going to do, since he probably won't be able to play for a while. So maybe I'll do another one of these. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have yourself a good one. See you later. Bye.